The good part of a relationships, it's not the pretty stuff. It's not the fucking beautiful wigs, the nice fucking eyelashes, the lips, the sex. That's not the best part of relationship. It's the crust of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's that okay, Sweeney, you sleepwalk and you wake up in the middle of the night and break $600-700 worth of shit. You know what I'm saying? Where your girl will get up, move all that shit out the way, so you'll wake up, swing at some shit, go back to sleep. You know, she'll wake up and move that shit out the way because she knows that when you sleepwalk, you start knocking shit off. You know, little stuff like that. That's love. You know what I mean? It's not the cute shit. Oh, look, we look cute together. You know, the fucking Instagram pictures where we look like we related because we so good looking. Like that shit ain't important. You know, it's the crust of motherfuckers. You peeing on the floor in the middle of the night and her just wiping that shit up real quick and not even telling you. You know what I'm saying? That's love.
So I said this shit before, and I'm gonna say it again right now. These women don't give a goddamn about your black ass, fellas. They don't give a shit about you. You can't even be vulnerable with the heifers. You do, you're gonna look so weak and pathetic. And they be ready to cut your
Some
ass.
of the women say
Yeah,
some.
yeah, Hank. That's
Women do not give a shit about you. No, don't correct me. I don't need to be corrected.
That's not
I
true.
don't. I do not need to be corrected. Let me stand on and let me down this motherfucker here by my goddamn self. Then they don't give a shit about you.
Hank, that's not
Most
true,
of them
bro.
don't give a goddamn about your black ass. They don't. You're a clutch purse. You're a necessary evil. If I need you, I'll carry you.
What?
If I don't, I'll put you away. They don't give a shit about you. If you can't be vulnerable with a woman, that's a goddamn problem. If I can't be transparent and honest with a woman, that's a goddamn problem. That lets me know you rather live a lie than hear the goddamn truth than live on, heifers.
Hank, that's not true.
I agree with you on that. But every woman don't
I say every
think
woman.
every woman don't care.
I didn't say every woman.
No, I'm just saying. Listen. I come in peace. I agree with you.
Right on.
But I'm saying that some women really genuinely do care about men. Like I get it. Some women got fucked up ways, fucked up mentalities. They do fucked up things. You can come home from a hard day of construction working. All you want to do is take a shower and eat, and you want to look at football. You want to do whatever you want to do. You don't want to hear shit. But of course, you got some women that don't give a fuck about what you was doing at work. That I get that. Nobody's knocking that. But however, you know, it's like here and here. It's neck and neck with it. Because a woman that works hard too, her nigga ain't doing shit. He coming. Oh, so you know, I heard you ain't answer the phone on your lunch break. But it's neck and neck. So I get where you coming from. But good God Almighty, now.
Here's the problem with what Hink said, right? And I've always had a problem with people speaking in absolutes or speaking in general, right? If you reference people I don't think people don't give a shit about you. Because if you just talk about should a woman give a shit about men on the streets or men in general, I think most people are indifferent to those that are indifferent to everyone else. You know what I mean? Yes, you care about yourself, you as a person, but you mostly indifferent to the world around you. But I can't sit here and say the woman that women don't give a shit about the men that they start relationships with. That's just simply not true, especially in the majority. You know that we gotta stop with that because that's a dangerous thing to say about women in general. Because if any of these women got on this panel and said these niggas don't give a fuck about us, that'd be wrong of us. Because then every last one of us would jump up and be like, nah, I care about now granted, we may care about the woman that we have, but to say that men that they don't give a shit about you is just simply not true. Obviously, we all are indifferent to those. Obviously, we are indifferent to those that aren't in our immediate circle or things like that. So when you look out into the world, you're indifferent because, okay, you got your own shit going on. I got my own shit going on. So I can only worry about the shit that I got going on. But as far as like when we get in these personal relationships and stuff like that, to say that they don't give a shit about you is simply not true.
So it's obvious we don't listen. You never heard me say all. Y'all never heard me say all.
I said, but you said say most, and that's speaking in general. I said generality.
I said most. I didn't say all. That means that's inclusive. I found me a lady who does care about me, who does accept me for my transparency, my honesty, and my vulnerabilities. I didn't say all.
Your opening
Come on now, don't do me like that. Don't do me like that.
Your opening statement, though, was
I understand. Look, I understand what I said, and I said what I said. I know why I said it. Because it's us. Look, we see it all the day on these panels. Y'all look at your goddamn mammy. I bet your mammy like that. Dog walked your damn daddy. And you sit back there and watch it and learn from the shit. I'm sure they out there. Aunties and cousins and all that. Man, we see it. We can't act like it's not happening.
That wasn't directed towards me, right?
No, man.
No, he didn't. He didn't say.
Oh, I was about to say, boy, you a damn lie. But okay, I digress. I digress. Oh, if you was directed towards me, yeah, it was about to get real.
Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and get it back on track. Let's go ahead and get it back on track.
I don't beat around the bush.
Let's go ahead and get back on track.
I'm a direct person.
Well, Hink, you did start off by saying these women, and no, you did not. I never claimed that you said all, but then you did use the term most. And that, to me, would be untrue. I don't think most women don't give a shit about the men in their lives. I don't think that's the case. Just like I don't believe that most men don't give a shit about the women in their lives. Now, there may be different levels of tolerance. There may be different levels of things you may be willing to deal with. However, to say they don't give a shit about the people in their lives is simply not true. Speaking for the majority of people. If most people didn't give a shit about the people in their lives, we would be living in a totally different world.
Come on, Sweeney. I said they don't give a damn about you. But I understand, brother. Go ahead.
All right, Shannon, did you answer this?
I think I agree with everybody. Everybody. I think that if you are dating for intent, the goal is to be vulnerable. It is to be transparent, honest, and vulnerable. If you out here in these streets just living it up, you probably just gonna be honest. Whenever spoken to, I'll give you the answer when you ask, right? But if you are intentional, you will want that person to be wholeheartedly honest and vulnerable and transparent, and you the same. Just different levels of commitment, different levels of a relationship. And maybe that's how you can determine which relationship you have, how serious he is with you by those levels and vice versa.